Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boys, Frozen Reactions here, back with another video.
Yep.
And today, we are going to be doing conference finals recaps.
Along with some Leafs news. So let's get into this juicy content. Here we go.
So, Florida Panthers went and won. Went to face the New York Rangers and won by a score of 4-2, winning game 1, losing game 2, losing game 3, then winning game 4, winning game 5, and winning game 6 to wipe away the New York Rangers at any hope.
And then
the Dallas Stars went in a series with Edmonton. Edmonton won the first game. Dallas won the second game and third game. Then Edmonton won 3 consecutive games after that, 4, 5, and 6, winning the series 4-2 and advancing to the Stanley Cup Final. And as we all predicted, nobody touched their prospective trophies.
Nope. Paul Maurice said to Barkov right before they went to take their picture, they're like, hey, don't forget. Don't touch the trophy. Don't touch it at all. Because last year they touched it and they lost. So now they're not touching shit.
And the Oilers did the same.
And the Oilers did the same the night after. And now we have our Stanley Cup Final matchup.
The Florida Panthers versus the Oilers. The Edmonton Oilers.
And another Canadian team since 2021 is in the finals this time. It's not Montreal, so maybe they have a good chance. Who knows? Is the cup coming back to Canada, or is it staying down south in Sunrise?
Who knows?
And game 1 will be this Saturday, June 8th at 8 p.m. All games will be shown at 8 p.m. 10, 13, 15, 18, 21, 24, if necessary. And those are your games. This is the schedule here for you. Florida has home ice advantage, and then we will be back to recap who won.
Florida has home ice advantage, so we'll see who takes that series. Hopefully, I don't know.
Then, now we're going to go over some Leafs news. So, first of all, Elliot Friedman is saying that Lane Lambert, pending announcement, will be announced as, I guess, assistant coach to Craig Berube. Somewhat of that.
It's an associate coach. It's an associate coach position. It's not an assistant. Apparently, they view associate coaches as much higher than assistants.
Was head coach of the Islanders for the last 2 years, and he also coached as an associate for the Islanders and assistant for Capitals and Predators.
He was a part of Barry Trotz's staff when Barry Trotz was coaching to win the Stanley Cup with the Washington Capitals. Yep. So now Craig Berube's staff consists of a Stanley Cup champion, Stanley Cup champion, and Stanley Cup champion. We got Mike Van Ryn, Craig Berube, which is himself.
Mike Van Ryn expected to stay.
And Mr. Old, Lane Lambert, a former Stanley Cup champion.
And also the Dean
Chenoweth. Bye-bye.
Seems like he's headed out.
He's gone. I don't really care.
He was our defensive coach. And Guy Boucher, not sure what's happening with that. They're still unsure about that. Freeman didn't say much about it other than he was unsure. So, in the latest news about Mitch Marner, Darren Ferris, the player agent, and Leafs GM Brad Treliving don't have a scheduled meeting according to LeBron. Marner doesn't have an appetite to sign on July 1st as his preference is to see where things go. LeBron as well. Friedman says people shouldn't be surprised if this saga bleeds into next season. Most likely. There's real concern about how Leafs Nation will react if Marner is here in October without a contract extension. Toronto is determined to make a good trade or do something big with additional cap, as they know they can't swing and miss, which is key. Toronto doesn't want to make an emotional decision similar to the Kadri trade, and Friedman doesn't know if Marner will get traded, and that it will take great diplomacy on all sides. So basically what I'm understanding here is that it's a catch-22 situation right now. They have no idea. He could play. It seems like he's going to go into training camp as a Leaf and nothing will have changed. It's going to be either another Nylander situation where he doesn't re-sign until later in the season. But my worry is that his price is so high and the Leafs cannot bend and break for Marner. You can't bend over backwards and give him a $12 million contract. No way, Jose. No, thank you. I would go at most $9 million. Is it 8, 9 million, 9 million? No 10. Because, sorry, Marner, but you're just not worth it. Because if you don't prove to be successful in the playoffs and do anything, then why should we pay you? Why should we pay him if we can get someone else who might do this job right for that amount of money? So, who knows? In other news, John Tavares isn't moving anywhere with his 1 year at $11 million, according to LeBron. Good.
Sucks.
Good. He doesn't like it. I like it. Tavares is here to stay. My favorite player, and he's here for
Listen,
life.
I have nothing against Tavares. I have nothing against him. I'm just sorry. You're not worth $11 million. You're not even worth $8 million. You're not even worth $5 million.
Now, he thinks he's not worth 5, but put this into perspective. Bertuzzi gets what amount of points last year at $5 million? Tavares got double.
But what did he do in the playoffs?
He set up 9 for the overtime goal. He scored the overtime goal last playoffs. He was clutch for Canada in the men's hockey.
See what he's pointing out? He's pointing out last year's stats. And this year's stats is nothing to show for it. He's gotten 2 points in 7 games in this playoffs.
That was meh. But
2 points, not even a goal, just
at a
2 assists.
team-friendly deal, you can't argue that it's bad.
John Tavares, I would be okay to part ways. If he's okay, I would be okay with parting ways.
He's not interested in moving.
Because he doesn't want to move, because he wants his blanket.
He wants to be in Toronto, and he will stay.
Well, you better start producing points, because otherwise I don't have any interest in signing him again.
There is mutual interest to retain Edmondson, but the veteran D will likely test free agency to weigh all options. Fair enough. But he has played for Craig Berube before, so we'll see what happens.
And he enjoyed.
He enjoyed playing for Berube with him in 2019.
No extension talks between Lyubushkin and the Leafs yet, as July 1st looms.
I mean, he was on the ice for most of the goals for, not on the goals against, but there's mutual interest to continue the relationship with Bertuzzi as extension talks begin, and the Leafs will likely target Winnipeg UFA Laurent Brossoit as a tandem goalie with Joe Wall. Now, Laurent Brossoit is decent, pretty good. Above 900 save percentage, about 2-ish goals against average.
I'd bring him in for the right price.
For the right price. That's the key. For the right price. Not some $5 million contract. No. Less than that. 3-ish. In the area of Samsonov, same thing. That's what I would do if that's the option, if they don't end up going for Saros. So
as a tandem, so
yes, it won't be a clear starter situation like New York has with Shesterkin or Sorokin or Bobrovsky or Skinner or all these Saros, all these goalies who have their crease for a majority of the season. It won't be like that. It hasn't been like that for the Leafs. We haven't had a clear starter. It's been split, and it looks like it will continue to be that way.
Well, we'll see.
Hopefully Joe Wall can stay healthy. But that's all for the rumors right now. Nothing special other than the Lane Lambert. Well, it hasn't been official yet, but it's going to be official soon.
Lane Lambert is scheduled to join the Toronto Maple Leafs staff as Craig Berube adds yet another Stanley Cup champion coach, an assistant coach, and somebody who's picked the brain of Barry Trotz. So, let's go Leafs. the staff is looking very, very nice. Mike Van Ryn, Craig Berube, and good old Lane Lambert. 3 proven Stanley Cup winning
pedigree coaches
that can win Stanley Cups because
they've proven
Lane Lambert has picked the brain of Barry Trotz. You don't forget Barry Trotz. You don't forget what he's taught you as an assistant, as an associate. You don't forget anything you've been taught by Barry Trotz. So I doubt he'll forget anything, and he'll bring it to the Leaf system. Pick the brain of Barry Trotz, and now we have Craig Berube, Lane Lambert, and Mike Van Ryn.
So that's been it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you soon for the last video of the playoffs, Stanley Cup Final recap.
Peace.